Shaka Dudu is in the house, and the truth will set you free. And that's why they don't want us to know the truth down here. Because as long as we don't know the truth of what's going on, we're all in bondage. We're all slaves, to the system, to the belief systems and the systems that they got inside of us, that they have programmed inside of us over generation. And they don't want us to know the truth down here, that all these belief systems that they have put on us are all bullshit. None of it is real. It's all garbage. And that the motherfuckers who did this to us are the same motherfuckers waking us up. Same motherfuckers put us to sleep are the same motherfuckers waking us up now. Because like I told y'all, the humans from the Buru, the reptiles from the Buru, the reptiles that they got down here, which are the families, Bilderbergers, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, they're reptiles. They're just pale. And the Palladians are all working together with this from the beginning all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? They're all working together. Because like I told you, the motherfuckers who run this planet, and that's the families, the Rockefellers, Rothschild, Bilderbergers, all of these families, none of them are human. They're all reptiles. They're just pale. They live underground. All of them live underground. They don't live on the fucking surface. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, they're reptiles. Number two, they're pale. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, anytime you pale, all the thing that means is you ain't got no melanin in you. That's all that means. So if you ain't got no melanin in you, you ain't got no sun genes in you. No star genes in you, no sun genes. You know what I'm saying? That, like us blacks, the heat charges us up. Like a Kryptonian. Like they made Superman and Kryptonian based off of us. You know what I'm saying? Us humans and what we are. They did. All this shit they base off of us. But so when the sun hits us, it charges us up like a battery. We get strength from it, because we got the sun genes in us. You know what I'm saying? These pale beings don't have no sun genes in them. They don't have no melanin. They don't have no sun genes in them. So they have to be underground. So basically the beings that rule this planet, they're all underground. They have to live underground because they don't have no melanin in them. So that's where the Palladians are at, underground. That's where the reptiles are at, underground. All these families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, Bilderberg, they all live underground. You know what I'm saying? And the Rothschilds, they're over there in Europe. And that's where they're at, their home base, underground, where they've been since they created these motherfuckers and put them under there. And like I said, that's why they put the Caucasians in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Once they made them and put this particular food that they like it a certain way, boom, right there. Right there in Europe. And they've been feeding off these motherfuckers for 6,000 years, eating them, boom, 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 living off of them. But you have to remember when they first had them in them caves, and they were just a regular animal, four-legged animal, just the wild boar, the canine dog, and the orangutan. And they were just running around, just a regular animal up in them caves. They didn't have no genetic problems. They were just an animal, you know what I'm saying? They were just a regular animal running around out there. They're feeding off of this animal, and they had them in the mountains, you know what I'm saying? So they had them in the mountains because where they made them, they couldn't take the sun because they like their meat white, like the pigs, so they made them white. But once the Palladians started fucking on this animal, and that's how they became humanoid, the cavemen. That's when all the fucking genetic defects came into them. That's when all the fucked up weird shit came into them. I remember they were just an animal before, a four-legged animal. And then once the Palladians started fucking on them, and then these four-legged animals started breeding these two-legged beings, and over the generation they did it. Now these beings walking on two legs are all of a sudden fucking fags. You know what I'm saying? Just wild, crazy, savage motherfuckers. Now, You would think to yourself, eating the raw meat, having sex with other animals. You see what I'm saying? So you would think to yourself, they wasn't doing all this before when they were just a regular animal. Of course not. They were just a regular animal. Now all of a sudden they become a humanoid being and they're doing all this crazy ass nasty shit. Homosexuality. Told you that shit didn't exist on this planet until they came here. Homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Bestiality. You know what I'm saying? Having sex with all the animals and all these viruses and diseases. All these viruses and diseases did not exist until they came down in fucking caves. That's when all these fucking viruses and diseases all on this planet start existing. When they came down. When they brought these weak, genetically weak beings out these caves. I told you that's why they had to start breeding with us, because they was dying out. They had so many different fucking viruses and diseases, and they were just dying the fuck out. They was nasty because the Palladians made them that way. Because the Palladians made them literally so virus and disease fucking genetically weak. So when the fucking Rothschilds and them eat them, they can die. You know what I'm saying? Just because they got all these viruses and diseases in them, and you eat them, then you die. So that's why they made them like that on purpose. So when they decided they wanted to mass produce this food and make it last for 1,000 years and bring them down out the mountains, which the only way they were going to bring them down out the mountains, they had to mix them with us so they could put some human DNA in them so they could survive in the sun, unless they wouldn't have been able to survive. So that's why all other beings there in the ground, you know what I'm saying? So they took them down out them fucking caves and breeded them, with the first humans. That was in Asia. Okay, then they breeded them, and now after generations of breeding back down to these pale beings and then leaving the ones in Asia, now they're healthy. See what I mean? Now they're healthy, and they decided they wanted them to grow in numbers. That's why they told them in the Bible, be fruitful and grow in numbers. That's all they wanted to do. That's just grow. So they could feed these motherfucking reptiles on this planet and the ones on the Buru for thousands of years until the rapture end, where they come and take them all up. So what they did, they gave all these beings that they created down here a reason for an existence, a purpose. Why y'all here, how y'all got here. Some being they made up, how y'all got here, it created y'all. It's an all-powerful being. And once they put these religions on all these different mutts around the planet, they placed them in bondage. They're all just a bunch of scary motherfuckers now, on all these constant scared beings that don't exist. These beings is watching them take shits, watching them do all their little shit, watching them take shits, watching them have love, watching them do shit in the dark. That's what they think. Same with the Caucasians, same with the blacks, same with everybody. Y'all all walking around thinking everything y'all do, there's some being watching you. Watching everything you do. He knows everything. Ain't nothing like that going on. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that going on at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's what they did. So as long as all these beings down here, you know what I'm saying, believing in all this garbage, they got y'all. They got y'all where they want y'all, and they're feeding off y'all, and it's a reason why they live underground. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where, first of all, that's where you have to be if you ain't got no melanin in you. And then that's where another, they're underground because that's where the reptiles, they like to be. The reptiles like to be underground. They like it like that. Like, for instance, on the Buru, I remember they was having politics on the Buru and Beast because the humans wanted the Buru to be a planet where they get their heat from the sun. See what I mean? That's how they wanted it, because they're human. They got the star, the heat genes in them, and, like that. But the reptiles wanted it to where the way it is now. They get their heat from inside of the planet, and that's the way it is. The Buru, they don't get their heat from a sun. That's why they can go anywhere they want and stay far away from the sun. They get their heat from volcanic shit inside the planet, and their atmosphere keeps it in, keeps all the heat in that goes like that. So the planet is like a dark type of planet. It's dark on that planet and all that. That's how the reptiles like it. They don't like the sun like that. So That's why when they made the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, they put the motherfuckers underground. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they gotta be. You know, they can't survive up here. You know what I'm saying? In the sun out here. And neither could the Caucasians. All these pale beings, none of these pale beings is not supposed to be in the fucking sun because they don't have no fucking melanin. Like I told y'all, pale beings running around the fucking planet in the sun, that is not fucking normal. That is not fucking, all these pale fucking motherfuckers running around this planet. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why they can do that is because they all got our DNA in them. You know, you got some black DNA in you. If you didn't, you wouldn't be able to run them. If these Caucasians did not have, you know, the little bit of our DNA they got in them, they would not be able to be running around in the fucking sun like they would. They would be back in them fucking caves or somewhere underground. But because they got a percentage of human DNA in them, our DNA, the black DNA they got in them, the human DNA, these goofy motherfuckers running around. You know what I'm saying? This planet thinking they're impure, it ain't nothing pure about you motherfuckers. Little bit of DNA y'all got left of us, y'all got from us, is what's keeping you motherfuckers able to be able to survive in this fucking sun for the little bit of time y'all can. And when that runs all the way out, as far as y'all having kids, generations coming weaker and weaker, that's when it's over as far as y'all being in this fucking sun. You know what I'm saying? Get on back in them caves. Get on back in them caves. That's the only way y'all gonna be able to live. Or go on the fucking ground. I told y'all the government's already been did that. The government's been went underground and set up shop because they know this shit. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't. The government don't give a fuck about none of y'all. And I ain't just talking about the U.S. government. I'm talking about in the Middle East, Asia, Europe. These governments don't give a fuck about none of these motherfucking people. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the truth. They know they all just dying the fuck out. They know they all just fucking food. They know this. The governments all know this. The motherfuckers up top. They know all this shit I'm telling y'all. So they gives a fuck about their people. You know what I'm saying? That's why they just motherfucking ruling over them and motherfucking keeping them oppressed. They don't give a fuck about no Jesus. They don't give a fuck about no Allah. Get the fuck out of here. They don't give a fuck about no Buddha. They don't give a fuck about no God. Because they know none of this bull, whack-ass, garbage, bum, dog shit exists. They know that they been on this. That's why they do the shit they do. They know none of this fucking bum shit exists. But they know y'all all believe in it. Y'all all believe in it. Y'all all live by it. And they want you to because that's how they keep y'all in bondage. Believing in all this bullshit. Believing in God. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck a God. I will stomp the shit out of God. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing greater than me. Ain't nothing powerful than me. Ain't nothing out there that I need to protect me or need to give me anything or damn sure ain't getting on my knees to pray to it or look up to it or anything. Is you out your fucking rabbit ass beast mind. Ain't nothing out there greater than me. Not a motherfucking thing. Sure, I'm the greatest motherfucker in existence. Ain't shit better than me. Ain't nothing above me. Ain't nothing I serve. Ain't nothing the motherfucker. You got me fucked up. I bows down to nothing. I serves nothing. You got me fucked up. Do I look stupid like y'all? I don't serve nothing. If anything, motherfuckers will serve me and bow down to me. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck I look like bowing down to serving some imaginary? I don't even bow down to nothing that's real. The fuck I look like bowing down to serving something that's fake. Don't even fucking exist. Some made up motherfucking cracker god, a pig god made up with dog fur and pig skin looking stupid. With gray hair. Gray hair means you're dying. That's what gray hair means. It means you're getting old. I don't know how all powerful, all mighty being that there's no beginning or end with it and never ended up being have gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Gray hair means you're dying. You know what I'm saying? But they got you motherfuckers fooled. You know what I'm saying? They got all y'all thinking these imaginary beings is everything. But like I said, these motherfucking, this is what's going on this planet. Let's just talk about what's going on. You have some reptiles that are running this planet. You know, them pale motherfuckers, Rothschild, Rockefellers, who are running this planet. And the beings that live on the surface is their food and their slave workers. All y'all. That's what exactly y'all are. Y'all are all you pale motherfuckers with dog fur, pig skin, no soul, and are bound to these religions. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are their food and y'all their workers. So everything y'all been doing and doing now is revolved around exactly what y'all doing. Believing in Allah, going to work, just keeping the economy going, believing in God, Buddha, Satan, whoever the fuck you want to believe in. You know what I'm saying? Whichever side you take, just keep motherfucking existing, growing, and keeping these economies going. Because y'all have paid for these reptiles to do everything they've done. Y'all did that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kept the machine going. Y'all paid for everything. Once they built these fucking economies and they got to their point of evolution where they was at, and they started building all the economies and building the cities and making things, they had to have people to get and work in these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna make their food work for them. So all around this planet, whether it's in Asia, a continent full of food, they got these motherfuckers working. Middle East continent full of food. Europe continent full of America continent full of food. And all y'all working for y'all masters. I know y'all think whatever y'all all working for y'all masters. That's why they brought all y'all mutts here to work for them, to keep the machine going. And all this money they've been making that they're taking from the governments and these banks, they've been using that money for decades, maybe more than a century, to build the Space Force. The Space Force. You know, you got the motherfucking the armed forces. You know, whatever they call the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, and the Army, the armed forces. Now you got the Space Force. You know, the space program, which I told you about in the last one I did. And how do you think they paid for that? They paid for it with all the monies from all these different governments and their economies and their people working good, you know, living your lives, believing in the belief systems, believing in the culture, sports, everything. Just do whatever the fuck you do. Just keep working and keep this economy going, and y'all doing, and they're using the money to pay motherfuckers to build whole bases on other planets, space programs, all the, how you think they're paying for this? How you think they've been paying for it? Off of y'all, their fucking food and their workers. That's all y'all is. That's all y'all ever been. Is these motherfuckers food and workers. That's what they created y'all for. I keep telling y'all, there is no purpose out there. There is no magic God nowhere that's do nothing. There is no white God nowhere looking down on no pale God. There is no such thing as God. A supreme being somewhere. That's all made the fuck up. Just like your whole existence was. Made the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep y'all motherfuckers in bondage, like I said, but the truth will set you free. Like me, you know, I'm free. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in bondage because y'all all still believing in the bullshit and, you know, being ruled and controlled by their belief system they put on you and coaches and all that. Me, I don't. See, I'm free. I cut myself off from all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm free. I do whatever the fuck I want. I can say what I could because I'm free. I don't believe in none of that shit. They can't control me with that shit. You know, I'm free. The truth will set you free. See what I mean? Because I know the fucking truth, I'm free. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do in this lifetime. And they ain't got to worry about what's going to happen to me in the end of it. Or do whatever the fuck I want to do right now. And ain't tripping on something judging me. Do whatever the fuck I want to do tomorrow. And they ain't got to worry about, is it morally right? None of that shit exists. It's all made the fuck up. So once you realize that, now you free. You can do whatever the fuck you want in this lifetime. And they ain't got to worry about a motherfucker judging you or thinking or anything happening to you for it. You know what I'm saying? Besides just the laws of the fucking land. Who gives a fuck? Fuck they laws. Get the fuck out of here. They don't even follow their own laws. You know what I'm saying? All these laws they got, y'all the fool. You know, down here following. They don't follow none of these fucking rules. I told you. All these morals and belief systems they got y'all down here following. None of these governments or none of these motherfuckers. and follow that shit. Is you fucking stupid? Why would they? They know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on this planet. You got some reptiles that live under the planet, and they got their food on top, just existing. Their fucking food, running all these governments, all these fucking white motherfuckers you see up here who think shit revolve around them, or revolve around their fat stinking asses, and all these mutts running around here who think existence revolve around their fat stinking asses. That's exactly what they want. They're nobodies. All these motherfuckers who in the governments, FBI agents, all around the country, religious leaders, they're all just fucking food. That's all they are. They're nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Now to them, they're somebodies. See what I mean? To each other, you're supposed to be somebody, just like on a real form. Of course you're somebody to each other. You're always the shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? But outside of this, you're nothing but some fucking food. Outside of this planet, off this bum ass motherfucking form. Off of this bum ass fucking form, you ain't nothing but some fucking stinking ass food. All that little power you got down here, say so don't mean a fucking thing. But here, it means little shit here amongst the other food, and you can do your little dumb shit, your backward shit, and you do your little scandalous shit, whatever you do, and you got your little power here, but it means nothing because you're just food. That's all for these motherfuckers underground. And like I told you, they're gonna let you have your little existence and all that, and just keep doing what they doing, as long as you keep growing in numbers. And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? Got these motherfuckers done growing numbers and shit, to the point where shit, you got more of their food than anything else on the planet. You know what I'm saying? You see them at their sports events, you know what I'm saying? Hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers in the stadium. Anywhere you go on this country, and you see stadiums filled with motherfuckers, it's all pale motherfuckers. A bunch of fools. That's all I see when I see these events, whether it's in the basketball, football, baseball, soccer, Olympic events. I see a bunch of pale motherfucking pigs. Food. That's all it is, food. That's all it is fucking food. Now, down here, they're everything to each other. They're everything. See what I mean? They're Christians. They're Muslims. They're Buddhists. They're Hinduism, whatever, over there in India. They're all this capitalism. See what I mean? They're Mexicans. They're Indians. They're Arabians. They're Asians. None of this shit exists. None of that exists. It's just made the fuck up. But down here, that's what they all are. And it's everything. Everything. Their belief systems is everything. Their cultures is everything. Like it's supposed to be on this form. Is everything. I mean, the whole existence of the universe. The whole existence of the universe revolves around the Middle East motherfuckers and Allah. The whole universe, everything that goes on in the whole universe, what's right, everything revolves around y'all. It revolves around, the motherfuckers in Asia. The whole universe, everything that going in the universe, everything that exists, everything that's right or wrong, everything that revolves around you, everything, the reason why everybody even here was for the Caucasians. Everything. All these other billions of fucking ETs in the universe. None of that matter. It's all about Allah. It's all about Jesus. It's all about God. It's all about Satan. Nothing else matters in the universe. All that, none of this matters. It's just this. And this is the shit that don't matter. This is the shit that's fake. All the bullshit y'all believe in. See what I mean? But down here, on this bullshit ass nobody form, it's everything. It's everything. All this is what's going on is everything to y'all. But off this form, all this bullshit y'all doing is just motherfucking garbage, bum ass fucking shit that some food is doing to exist. Just like some chickens on a farm, or some pigs on a farm, or some dogs in Asia because they got dog farms in Asia running around on a farm existing. living their lives, got their politics, they running around, they being fed, they being fattened up just like they do y'all, keep y'all fed, fattened up, take care of y'all, give y'all belief systems, let y'all live in nice neighborhoods, castles, nice areas, work, come home, do this, live good, stay fat, stay healthy. Just like on a regular farm, you keep these pigs fat, then the motherfucker feed them, where actually the motherfucking pig think the owner loves it. Until the motherfucker comes and blow that motherfucking pig brain out and chop it up and ship it out and eat it or ship it out. Just like here. You literally got food down on this planet. The Caucasians, the sub-races, any fucking body that actually think there's a God out there that loves them. That actually think the motherfuckers who put him, they actually believe whatever put them here loves them. Same thing with these dumb big lip niggas. These stupid ass big lip dumb ass house niggas. Actually believe you dumb ass niggas. You stupid ass niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck a house nigga. Wanna walk around here with the signs and the Anunnaki signs. You look like a dumb ass clown. You stupid ass nigga. These niggas and mutts and Caucasians down here actually believe and think whatever the fuck put them here actually love them. See how good they got it? Just like pigs on a farm, just like chickens, cows on a farm. You know, they walking around me, eating good, living pampered, being sheltered. Ain't got to worry about nothing, being sheltered all your life. Ain't never wanted for nothing, had it easy. See what I mean? Just like some fucking farm. These same motherfuckers on the farm had it like that. All these races that have had it easy since they popped up. All of them been pampered, been fed good. All of them, Middle East, Asia, Europe, India. None of them had it like us blacks. They all been fed because they're the food. Just like on the farm, they all been fed good, pampered, sheltered, protected. Just like on a real farm. To keep your food healthy and what's the name? See what I mean? Keep them healthy. And just like on a real farm, these animals on a fucking farm actually think the owner loves them. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is business. He gives a fuck about y'all. This is business. Same thing here. Motherfuckers that create them don't give a fuck about them. There's no Allah that created y'all, no Jesus, no God, no Satan, none of this bullshit. No Buddha. The motherfuckers that created all of us gives a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. Ain't no love. They got y'all believing that. I mean, they really believe this. All these motherfuckers down here believe that there's some being or the motherfuckers that created them actually love them. You know what I'm saying? Just like on a real fucking farm. You know, the animals running around actually think the former of the master actually care about them until it come and blow their fucking brains out. You know, and ship them off. And the other pigs don't know where they went. They don't know. They still don't know nothing. They still living on the farm. Same thing here. Anytime they came and took whatever food they came, killed it and ate it, Caucasians, whether they took them up in space and ate them, you know, because they take them up there for food, slave trade, and experiments too. You know, genetic experiments to do all kind of shit. Or whether they just coming from in the ground and take them up to eat them. They've been eating them for 6,000 years and still eating them. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's, man, look here. All of these motherfucking, like I told you, different races running around here thinking there's something special, thinking there's this, thinking they all that because they had it easy. You know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers in the Middle East, they had it easy. Since the moment they created them and breeded them, they ain't never went through nothing. If they went through something, they were just with them fighting against each other. Same thing with the Asians, same thing with the Europeans. None of these motherfuckers went through nothing we went through. Because they the ones that took us all through this. All these mutts. See what I mean? But they kept them sheltered. They wouldn't let nothing happen to them. They protected them all the way from the beginning all the way to now. And still protecting them and running them. They have nothing to do with us. I told y'all. These ETs, they don't fuck with us. We just here. Because we are not their fucking food. All these motherfuckers with dog fur, pig skin, they the food. But we're getting fucked off the most down here. We're getting fucked off the most. We done been, since the moment they made their food and let them run wild on the fucking farm, we've been the most getting fucked off by them. Not the ETs. The ETs ain't did nothing to us. They did this on purpose. They did this on purpose, created them and let them do this to us so they can feed off our souls. They got the technology to do that. You see what I mean? But we, since they created them, been getting fucked off the most, even though we're not the fucking food. But the truth is, when it all comes full circle in the end, their purpose and destiny is 10 times more fucked off than ours. You know what I'm saying? Because we went through all this shit with them and all this shit, but in the end, they're the ones that's going to get eaten, totally demolished, and not going to be here. You know what I'm saying? See what I mean? So we went through a lot of shit as blacks on this planet with them, with all these pale beings, with dog fur and pig skin, all of them. You know what I'm saying? The hatred coming from them because they're all just Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? So they're real insecure. But in the end, I don't like to say payback is motherfucking revenge and all that. Nah, but because they had this plan for them since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? In the end, like I said, there's nothing more coded than the computer. And that's what we're in a computer simulation. And there is no God out there looking that could save anybody and do anything for anybody. That's been going on for billions of years. For billions of years. This is a foreign planet and it's been going on for billions of years. And you best believe there was no God out there, no righteous, all-loving, powerful being that saved any of them other civilizations that was here before us. That was came, got eaten, and then wiped out. There was no almighty God that, or Jesus or whatever the fuck that came and saved them and didn't like ugly and was watching them and God gonna get them. None of that happened. Shit, none of that shit exists. Shaka Dudu AKA, I'm the resistance.